All right, so here he is, the still undefeated Umar Nurmagomedov. And we do hope eventually he gets into those title eliminators and back to those UFC main events, because a lot of people are bullish on his chances to dethrone the bantamweight champion, whoever that is, when his moment arrives. Still training under the watchful eye of Javier Mendez at the American Kickboxing Academy. Cardio Cain Velasquez has been a huge influence of late on Umar Nurmagomedov. Health is wealth, though, right? Wasn't able to make the walk for the Sandhagen fight. He is healthy again tonight. Let's see if he can put that best foot forward. Well, if any UFC division has multiple boogeymen right now, perhaps it is 135 pounds for the men, but Merab Dvalishvili, given the wrestling, given the pace, is a fight that I would think a lot of bantamweight contenders would try to avoid. Yeah, I mean, it must be so upsetting and so frustrating to fight Merab, because Merab is just on you. He's on you like a wet blanket. He wants to take you down. He wants to pressure you. He wants to make you work the entirety of the fight. It's so fun for a guy like me to watch because I love wrestling, but to be his opponent would be an absolute nightmare. This guy is a monster. Volume takedowns doesn't even begin to describe it, right? It makes for a suffocating night at the office to face Merab Dvalishvili. We'll see how his opponent fares tonight. All right, both fighters have entered the octagon, and this massive fight is nearly upon us, ready to go from Anaheim at the Honda Center with one of the biggest fights of the year. Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Umar Nurmagomedov. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Merab the Machine Dvalishvili. Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. All right, we are ready to get this round underway, and you know Merab Dvalishvili is a guy who probably doesn't need 60 seconds between rounds. He is the machine. There may be no more appropriate nickname in the sport. It's offense in bunches. He's one of the more offensive fighters in the sport, and wouldn't be surprised, depending on how long the fight goes, to see north of 15 or 20 takedown attempts here tonight.
Oh, it's not gonna guillotine. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Nurmagomedov getting work to the body here on the ground. It was the elbow there. He didn't think that would be the strike coming, and he paid for it. Pretty accurate there from bottom position. Good work from the top here by Dvalishvili. Another ground and pound strike lands. Dvalishvili's looking to pass into half guard here, but he's denied. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Dvalishvili. These ground strikes are starting to add up. big ground and pound. Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah. And now he's inside control.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Dvalishvili. Another ground and pound strike lands.
I'll stop this. You gotta fight back.
Oh, getting leaky now. The hard ground and pound has opened up a cut.
You cannot sit in this position. Referee will have no choice but to stop the fight.
Under a minute to go in what has been a wild round one. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
All right, so he gets back to his feet after that extended battle on the ground, and the crowd is loving it.
The crowd's going crazy because they appreciate high-level mixed martial arts, and that's exactly what you just got.
That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Deep breath. Breathe into that nose, out through that mouth. All right, here's some water. Listen, your kicks are working.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists. Land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it
Ready to
perfect.
fight? Ready.
Round 2 is underway. Tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Umar Nurmagomedov. All right, well, perhaps he has a point to prove. Perhaps there's a hip injury, but this man's UFC career has been defined by the takedown. He hasn't attempted a single one tonight.
He hasn't even attempted it. It's very surprising, and honestly, for a guy that enjoys the wrestling, it's very disappointing. Because to me, it seems like he doesn't want to put the effort out there tonight to try and secure takedowns. You take a lot of risk by not using your best skills, and you almost put your opponent on your level by being limited.
Well, maybe he can hear us. Bro, if you don't attempt to take down, DC's going to pull out his cellular telephone and start watching collegiate wrestling.
Oh.
Change levels.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out, or guys start to attack triangles. Now he's going full mount.
Dvalishvili's in half guard. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Nurmagomedov's back in half guard.
Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground.
Oh, nice.
2 minutes to go. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Another strike hits that eye area, and it is getting messier by the minute up there.
Well, he's getting targeted now. He's been hitting that spot so many times that his opponent sees the cut, and the cut is advancing.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other, DC.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight, but we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Umar Nurmagomedov.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Side control now. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're going to fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, John. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut. That cut is going to be an issue as the fight goes forward. He's got to change something.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5.
Beautiful strike.
Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. I think he's still compromised. We'll see if he can recover here. He's in a world of trouble. Oh! Lands a big elbow there. Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. All right, so the cut really starting to open up wider now, and you got to credit this striker for continuing to attack that area.
Just knowing the target, knowing what he's supposed to do, and doing it as effectively as he is right now. This guy's tremendous.
Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. How'd he take it? Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Nurmagomedov. Side control now. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Dvalishvili. Nice positional control here. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. Well, this is not football. Targeting is legal, and he is going at that cut, which is getting worse with every passing ground strike. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, John, and then he just gets up.
Oh, outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Dvalishvili. Oh, big shots from the top. All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Dvalishvili's in half guard now. Oh, he keeps attacking that left eye. Now it's starting to close.
That was a slick transition.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Dvalishvili. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, so a huge round for him there. Nearly had him out of there with the head kick. Did get the knockdown. Talk us through the replay.
He got the knockdown. He won the round. He did everything correct. The only thing he didn't do is finish the fight. But if he continues down the path, if he continues to do the exact same thing as he did before, he will get that finish.
Ready to fight? Ready.
4th round now. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon.
Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now because as it bleeds, you got to worry about the blood going into the eye. Now it's time to start being on high alert.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Nurmagomedov's eye is starting to swell shut. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Dvalishvili's got the full mount.
Oh. Nice.
Dvalishvili's right back to the full mount.
He's continuing to target that area that's swelling, and it's getting worse every time he hits it.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Dvalishvili's in half guard.
You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just gotta move.
Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands. Don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, bite the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
Dvalishvili's back in full mount. Horn sounds for the end of round 4.
All right, sit down, buddy. Take a deep breath, get a drink, relax, and listen. You are doing great. You're breaking him in every way, shape, and form.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? You ready?
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. And the front kick is there. Nice job by Umar Nurmagomedov. And a shot to the body. His opponent crumbled, but not out yet.
He's trying to keep the poker face, but he's hurt very, very bad. That one was going to end the fight.
Yep. Looking to land the leg kick now. Dvalishvili's taking aim at that cut right now, and hard to blame him, right? Might as well continue to target that area and see if you might get a referee or even a doctor to intervene here.
Beautiful shot lands to the leg there.
All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
His opponent has not done anything to deter him. He should keep doing this, keep going to the well until his opponent finds an answer, because right now, he seems lost to it.
Really using his physicality to his advantage now.
He lifted up the neck and snuck his arm underneath to try to get a choke.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now. Oh, that's got to be it. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Nurmagomedov's eye is really not looking good right now, Daniel. Starting to swell shut, and that is going to compromise his vision as this fight continues. Lands the ground and pound strike. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight.
Trying to recover full guard there.
Nurmagomedov's in half guard. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Nice transition. That Darce choke is tight.
This is it. This has to be the end.
Ooh, he got out.
He cleared his legs, got back to his back, and created some space between him and his opponent to stay out of that Darce choke.
Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively.
And there is the final horn. What a 25-minute affair tonight. We're going to the scorecards. All right, so a very close fight over 25 minutes between the two guys who are undeniably the two best in the world in this division. For my money, I think we got a new champion.
Yeah, I believe we got a new champion, but John, of course it's close. As you said, they're the two best fighters in this division in the entire world. What would you expect when two of the best are locked in the octagon together, but a close fight? I believe it's close, but I do believe we should hear and new.
Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, and new undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Umar Nurmagomedov!
All right, so how about it? We have a new UFC bantamweight champion, a new king of the 135ers. The championship fight tonight goes the full 5 rounds, but in the end, the new champion was just the better man, and he walks out as the undisputed UFC bantamweight.